Jupiter was previously in Pisces from the very end of 2021 through May 10 of 2022. Hardly enough time to thoroughly take advantage of the opportunities that Jupiter in its own sign can bring. But perhaps long enough to plant some seeds of inspiration. Seeds that are now being rekindled and reinvigorated by Jupiter's return to Pisces from October 28 through December 20. Jupiter is so strong in Pisces and gives us the opportunity to go back and readdress anything that was left undone when Jupiter was previously in Pisces from December 2021 through May 2022. Are there any loose ends that need tying up? Are we still on course with fulfilling the dreams and aspirations that were being seeded earlier this year? What promises were left unfulfilled that can now be revisited over the next few months? Taking time to do nothing often brings everything into perspective. Mars is the planet that motivates us, that inspires us to take action and do something. It speeds through the zodiac with steel-plated zeal and rampant enthusiasm, rarely pausing for breath. And yet pausing for breath is precisely what we are being asked to do during this retrograde journey back through the sign of Gemini. Gemini is a sign of communications and messaging, as well as anything to do with transportation, driving, vehicles and travel. Mars in Gemini is normally on the go, but totally confabulated with a square to Neptune. All of that is subject to confusion and misapprehension. All the more reason to slow down the pace and turn down the volume. Use patience and forethought while driving. Road rage and traffic issues could be an issue. Slow down. Take your time. And allow yourself to move into the retrograde phase, taking one day at a time in order to de-escalate the pace. This is probably not the best time to purchase a vehicle, but it could be a good time to take care of much-needed repairs, remodel or rebuild. Don't necessarily believe everything you hear, as this is the sort of weather in which propaganda and deceptive messaging can swarm the airwaves and wreak havoc with the truth. Jumping to conclusions and believing false information can not only lead people astray and make the wrong choices, but can also lead to arguments and unnecessary battles that are doomed to fail. The consequences of our actions can ricochet when Mars is retrograde, so we will need to be extra cautious with what we say and do for the next several months. All the more so in November while Mars is still closely square Neptune. While the Mars/Neptune square reigns in November, there is an element of uncertainty and simply not having all the answers yet. We are being asked to take a wait-and-see attitude before we can proceed. While Mars is retrograde, we are being asked to conserve our energy. We will need it later when Mars is direct again in January. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.